Hi everyone, and welcome to this review of the Mutu Mama's program for women with diastasis recti. So I said I was going to do a review on Mutu Mamas because guess what? It's just amazing and I absolutely love it. I have done this program since my pregnancy with Micah and it has really helped me to close that gap. So firstly, what is diastasis recti? So when you're pregnant, your abs separate to make space for the baby. Yeah, that hurts. And if you get as big as I got when I had my baby, because I carry quite big, my abs were like wrenched apart to have Micah Seth, who was a lovely 4 kg baby. Yes, he was. And my body had never stretched to that capacity before. So my abs pulled apart and I had diastasis recti. I had a 4-finger gap in between my abs. So when your abs separate, there was a 4-finger gap in between my abs. And the Mutu method helped me to close that gap. And the really, really important thing about closing that gap is if you're trying to do any exercise and your ab wall is not closed, all those internal organs are going to start protruding and giving you this big, round, ouchy kind of belly that you don't want. Anyway, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical scientist. So please consult your doctor before starting any programs. And also, if you want more detailed information, go onto the Mutu Mama's website and you can find out loads of information about the program. So today I'm going to be talking about why I like the program and what it does in a nutshell. I'm also going to show you what the website looks like so that you can think about it whether you want to purchase it or not. By the way, this is not a product placement. I am not being paid to give a review to Mutu Mamas. This is just because I feel like moms need to know about it. And no, it's not the only program out there, but it's one that has really worked for me and it may just work for you. So this is the mutusystem.com website. And this is where you will go before you become a member. They have a beautiful free trial over here. And they talk about a stronger core, bladder control, and confidence. And it's really, really important. So you can start your free trial here. And this is the price. So the annual payment is £99 per year, or a monthly subscription for £21 per month. Now, this might seem really expensive, but it's actually not. So the good thing about Mutu is that once you get the program and you've done it, it takes about 3 months to do, 3 or 4 months to do. They do have some add-on videos. Once you've completed the program, you don't necessarily have to do it again because you will already know the techniques and they will be in your mind. The other thing is you can pay for those 3-4 months, right? And then you can stop your subscription. However, it's probably cheaper for you to pay £99 for the whole year. And the other thing is you can also download the videos. So once you've paid, you can download the videos and you will have the videos. Now, once you've paid, because I have already, you go to the private members area. So this is the landing page. You put your details in and you log in. And this is what it says when I log in the mornings. It says, "My Mutu system, welcome back to your hub, Bethel. You're 42% of the program done." And normally I would click resume. And it would take me right back to where I am. So I'm on core 2, and that is the second part of the core program and intensives 1 or 2. So let me start from the beginning. So the Mutu Hub. Right. So we have Mutu Connect on here. And you can talk to different moms, right? And you can share your pictures and all that kind of stuff. It's just mums on here, people sharing their journeys, right? Then you have Mutu Masterclasses. These are the additional videos that I was talking about, which are outside of the program. So you can go for anything that you're looking for specifically. For example, questions around C-section, scarring, bloating, and prevention of diastasis recti, all kinds of things, right? And they have so many different videos, which I absolutely love, because there's so many questions, right? And what I love about it is also they talk about alignment. They talk about why alignment matters, squat formations, and all these kind of things. It's so key to make sure that you are doing exercise the correct way so that you are not hurting yourself or making things worse. Then they have this section which is all about food. So they've got the rules. The main things are avoid eating processed foods, refined foods, eat lots of fruits and vegetables, drink lots of water. Everything you've pretty much learned from elementary school. It's quite basic, but it's so important to get out of your comfort zone and try something new. They've got this wonderful something new shopping list, and it's got foods that I have also not tried. So the thing is to just try something new every week, get it in your shopping basket and do something new. So here's the program. So 12 weeks of the program, and you can see core 1 is just walking, right? Just walking and doing your core exercises every morning. So simple, right? It takes 20 minutes to do it. And then as you go into module 3, you adding your intensive 1 3 times a week. So it's not unmanageable. It's something that's really manageable, right? So in the modifications, you can go to the sections that you need to go to for yourself. For example, leaking. If you're in pregnancy, you have different positions. If you've got back pain, if you have a prolapse hernia, anything like that. This is NHS approved, guys. So it has been approved by the NHS and it is safe to do. And if you want to be sure, check with your doctor. Then they've got Mutu support, which takes you to another landing page where you can go to personal support, go to connect, where you can ask questions. If you have any personal questions you want to ask and you don't want to put them onto the forum. It's got tech support. If you're having any problems with the system, find a medical professional that's near you. The good thing is they have different listings of the different types of people you may need to see. Right, let's just go back. They have cheat sheets and transcripts for all the workouts, and find a Mutu Pro near you. So they actually have trained Mutu professionals who are around the world. Right, here we go. Some in USA, and there are people in England as well. They are fitness trainers who know the Mutu method, and you can just put in your country. So if you're in England, which I am, I should put United Kingdom. So if you're in England, right, you just put search. Then you've got kit bags. So for some of the exercises, you're going to need a resistance band, band loop, Pilates ball, cotton yoga strap. And you can just buy them straight from them if you want the branded ones, but you don't have to have the branded ones. You can easily just use ones from Amazon. And I will put some links into the ones that I've used on Amazon, which are absolutely fine. I also just love the way that they've done this because they've got a little tick box there where you can, if you love ticking boxes like me, you tick that you've done your core and you've done your walk every day. You tick that you've done your check. You've got an article about pelvic floor explained, which I really love reading stuff about this. And it actually tells you things like leaking is not normal, actually. Things like that, pelvic dysfunction is not normal just because you've had a baby. You need to be able to fix that for yourself and for your relationship, and so that you are able to return back to healthy exercise and feel the best version of yourself. The intensives are not even that difficult as well in terms of exercise level. So a lot of that gentle kind of exercise, which I love because we're rebuilding, right? We're recovering, and that's really crucial. So guys, that's Mutu Mamas. That's where I am at the moment with the program. And I hope that this has helped you make an informed decision about whether you like it or not. I really love detailed reviews so that I can decide, oh, I like the way that program works. And then I can decide whether I want it or not. So one thing I really loved about Mutu, aside from the practical stuff where it was physically getting me back together, it really helped with the psychology of thinking beautiful. So Before I was like, oh my gosh, my body is so big. Oh my gosh, look at my belly. Oh, my stretch marks. And part of that came from sadly watching the women ahead of me who would say exactly the same thing. I'm so fat. Look how big my belly is. Look at those stretch marks. Oh my gosh. And just really talking themselves down in the mirror. And that's something that I did sadly grow up with. But I think if it's not taught, then you are going to pick up on the same things. It's not about who has abs and who has this and who has that. It's about appreciating the body that God has given you and looking after it and being the healthiest version of you that you can be. So for me, this is not about being skinny, because fit is better than skinny. That's what I always say. If I can move around, if I'm healthy, I've got good cholesterol levels, low blood pressure, that's really healthy, then I am good, and that's why I've gone on this journey, because I wasn't in that position. I wasn't able to move. I was having back pain. I couldn't run with the kids. I couldn't take them out. I was tired all the time. I wasn't sleeping well. And I'm like, no, that is not the best version of me. That is not the healthiest version of me. When I look back to before I had children, I was super skinny. Like, look at that picture. I was super skinny. It felt like my head was a little bit too big for my body. But at that point in my life, I was like 62 kilos, right? And I thought I was fat. In fact, a lot of people at that time used to tell me that my hips were too big or my bottom was too big or make comments about my weight. Guys, can I just take a moment here to say, please don't make negative comments about people's weight. It is not your place to do that, okay? It is really discouraging to somebody who might be trying to lose weight, or somebody who's trying to be the healthiest version of themselves, or maybe somebody who actually might have a thyroid problem or a health problem, and you are commenting on their weight. It is not okay. It is not okay. I'm just going to put that out there, right? Especially if people have had babies, please don't comment on their weight in a negative way, because you're coming and say, oh my gosh, you've gotten big. Well, what do you expect? I didn't just grow a baby in a test tube. No, I grew a baby in me, right? The baby took over my body for 9 months, and I couldn't eat certain things. I couldn't work out in certain ways. And so, yes, I did gain some weight, and that is natural. And I also had huge hormonal swings that meant that, sometimes I was binging on chocolate. When I didn't sleep all night, sometimes I was going to food for energy. And that is a part of being a mom, right? So we don't want to then push people down and make them feel worse about that. We want to encourage them. We want to tell them that they're glowing. We want to tell them that they're beautiful. We want to tell them how amazing they are for having just born a baby that is probably your niece, nephew, or grandchild. Who knows? Okay? They are your new member of the family that this woman has labored over for over 9 months, and now is continuing to labor for however long it takes to rear this child to adulthood, okay? So we want to celebrate moms. We want to thank them for the hard work that they have done, right? And Mutu helped me to realize that. So instead of talking down to myself in the mirror, I started talking positively to myself. I started saying how wonderful I was, how beautiful I am, thanking my body. So I would stand in the mirror and I would go, wow, look at you. You are the body that reared Micah Seth, because this started when he was born. And I'd say, wow, look at my belly. Yes, you've grown, but you grew to an awesome size. You were amazing so that you could carry my son, the son that brings me so much joy. And yes, you've got stretch marks, and those stretch marks are because of carrying Micah. And yes, you might probably be there forever, but they will just remind me of the joy in my child. And I'm not going to let that bring me down. I am going to find joy in who I've become as a mom. Right? Yes, my chest might be bigger than normal, but guess what? You're doing an awesome job in breastfeeding my child. That is the job that God created you to do. I wasn't created to be a skinny supermodel with abs and everything and not eating any food. If you're like that naturally and you eat, great. But if you have to starve yourself to get that kind of a body, that's not the kind of body that God has created you to have. You just need to be happy, right? Happy in the body that God gave you. As long as you're healthy and you're doing everything that you can to be fit, healthy, and active, hey, love yourself, love your body, and be the best version of you. When my mindset changed, the weight actually started dropping off. Like, the more I was hating myself and things like that, I just wasn't in the right mindset to lose any weight. Now I feel like I'm back in that position. This journey is just helping me to embrace, that thankfulness and appreciation I have to my body. And I do have to say thank you to the Mutu method for pointing that out to me. And now I don't have that body dysmorphia anymore, where I look at myself and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so big, even though I'm 62 kilos. That's just like crazy, right? Okay, no more of that. No more. So guys, tell me what you think. If you try Mutu Mamas, tell me how it works for you. I have just absolutely loved it. And whenever I go on any fitness regime, I always start with Mutu, because I just need to make sure that my core, my pelvic floor is in line. I need to make sure that the diastasis recti is closed up before I go and put any more impact on my body. So before I started this fitness journey that I'm currently on, I made sure that I started with Mutu. So I'm currently 45% way through Mutu. And the good thing is that once you learn the techniques, you can apply it to any exercise. I don't do sit-ups as a rule of thumb. Anything that is crunching my body in is just not going to happen, because it just makes the diastasis recti worse. So don't be doing tons of crunches and thinking you're going to lose that belly. You're not. It's just going to make it worse. So there's other exercises that you can do, and you can find out if you get the Mutu method program. And if you don't, and you know of other great programs, let us know in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already, please do follow our journey in life, creating a life we love.